Hey there, Kyle Brothersen here. It's time to review the Kreft Moto Plush Tank. Now, if you have a KTM or a Husqvarna air fork, the exact fork, sometimes you might be feeling that's a little bit too harsh when you're out there on the trails. Now, one thing you can do is just put a little bit lower pressure in it, but now we actually have a product on the market that has come to actually make it, soften this thing up and make it absorb some of those harder, harder edges and more of that rocky, choppy terrain, more square edges, better. Similar to the Explorer fork that would come on like the XCWs and the Husky TEs and even the Gas EC300 or something like that. So with this air fork, I really like the versatility of the air fork because I can put a little bit lower pressure or a little bit higher pressure. And now this Kreft Moto Plush Tank is actually making it even a little bit more versatile for me, because right on the fly I can just switch from plush to firm, and it actually makes a pretty noticeable difference. Just so that you're aware, I paid full price for this Kreft Moto Plush Tank. I have zero affiliation with Kreft Moto. They had nothing to do with this review, and I have not watched one single minute or even 10 seconds of anyone else's thoughts or their review about this plush tank. Everything you've heard on this video are my own thoughts after using it for ride after ride after ride after ride, and I really like it, so I brought it to you. With this plush tank, it's actually pretty stinking cool. See, I've got it on firm right now. I don't know if you can see that, but I'm gonna reach in here and turn that up to plush, and immediately it feels better, because there's a bunch of little rocks and sharp edges and stuff on this trail, and it's not like a drastic, it's not like super drastic, but it is enough to where I'm like, dang, this fork feels better on plush. Realistically, what the plush tank is doing is taking a versatile fork and actually making it even a little bit more versatile. See, this gives you the ability to, at the fly, switch over from plush to firm. And let's say you wanted to go ride a motocross track. You would switch it to firm, you adjust your clickers down, adjust your compression, and you could go take this on a motocross track. If you're gonna do some, nasty single track or whatever, you adjust your compression out, you switch the plush tank to plush, and now there's a bigger volume, a bigger air reservoir, at least the way that I understand it, for your fork to work. And it just makes it a little bit softer. And I think this is a really good middle ground. There's a lot of guys out there that just love the XC bikes, or they love like the TX from Husky. But they know that they have like a lot of like super nasty stuff that they're doing, and they're like, hey, is the air fork gonna bounce me all over the place? This is a product directly for those people that are riding a wide variety of terrain. That's where I see that that's the customer that I see is gonna benefit from this the most. If you're the type of guy that's like kind of a jack of all trades and you need your dirt bike to be able to go here and go there and do the faster stuff and do the slower stuff, the Kreft Moto Plush Tank is really kind of something that you should be looking at. I already did an installation video, and installing this thing is really easy. You can do it with minimal tools that you already have in your shop or in your garage. The one downside to this plush tank that I have is that it makes it basically impossible to run a headlight. See, this actually takes up most of the room behind your number plate. And I actually had a headlight installed on this bike, and then I installed the plush tank, and then I wanted to do a night ride, and I had this bike in the truck. It just kind of materialized. I had to take the bike out of the truck and put in a different bike because I cannot run a headlight. Now, for a lot of guys, that's not going to be an issue, but for some of us that, the rides might extend longer into the night, that is going to become a little bit of an issue for some people, although you can run like a helmet light on the top of your helmet and then put the battery in your pack. But that's really the only thing that I haven't liked about it. Kind of an Easter egg that I've actually really enjoyed is you've got this hose over here, which makes it really easy to check your air pressure at the beginning of your rides. You could just, screw your air pump onto here, and then when you're done, you put it down in this little keeper. It's got a little O-ring that keeps it down in there, nice and tucked away. So that's actually a benefit of running this, is it's easier to check your air pressure. As you can see, the plush tank takes up most of the space behind here, so no headlight. You can't run a headlight on this thing, as I already covered, but the benefit of having this hose over here, I've actually really liked that. So in conclusion, if you're the type of rider that needs to ride a wide variety of terrain and you have the exact fork, the air fork from KTM, you should probably look into this. I do think that this is kind of a good bang for your buck. It's not like a full revalve, and most of the time I'm not looking for a full revalve, but this does give you that little bit extra of adjustability. And there were times where most of the time I just left it on plush because I really, really liked it on plush to absorb the rocks and those things. So take a look at that if you think this might be a product that would benefit you. And if you're still watching this video and you're one of those super cool people and you want to help support Dirt Bike Channel, one of the best ways you can do it is to use my links down in the description for Rocky Mountain ATV. That really, really helps my reviews to be unbiased because I can buy parts just like this at full price and not have to be beholden to the manufacturer of these parts. And I don't have to, you know, let them try to dictate what I'm gonna say about this stuff. Anyway, it's been fun. This has been my office for the day. Thank you so much for allowing me to have this be my office. It's because of you guys and gals out there that are watching these videos, and my heart is full. And I just wanna say thank you from the bottom of my heart. You're still watching at the end of this video, and that means that you care. And I can't thank you enough for that. Seriously, it's such a blessing letting me review bikes and review parts and then bring it to you here online. I thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. So that's my review of the Kreft Moto Plush Tank, and looking forward to doing more reviews on more products in the future. Thanks, and lead a single track.